Hey guys, this is Miss Barnes' first video. Hello, how are you doing? Trying to see you. Okay. As you can see, the topic is, when does A say ah? Now you're gonna have to forgive this setup. This is my first one and I still don't know how I'm gonna get it all done. So when does the letter A say ah? Okay, well, in a couple instances. First, we're gonna look at a common one, and that's with AL, okay? One of the instances we can talk about is before the letter L, okay? Not after, before. And you'll see that in words like ball and talk, calm and stall, almost. Now, one question you want to ask yourself when you're talking about AL says all, we got a few things. First, is there a letter or a sound after the combination AL? If L is lonely, you need to double it, like in ball. All I hear is L at the end. But I can't have just one L because then the L's lonely. So he needs to have two. Ball. But if he's not lonely, like in talk, I hear a K. So then I know the L's not lonely and I can leave it alone. I only need one L in that case. So don't double it if there's another sound. But if he's lonely, give him a twin. But there's another instance when A says ah, okay? And that is after the letter W or after the combination QU says qu. All right, let's look at the first one after a W. I wish I could leave it like this, but I don't think that's good enough for you guys. All right, if you look, the first word is W-A. The first part is W-A. And A is going to say ah because it's right after the W. So it's wa. Wash. Wash. Now in the next word, which I'll go ahead and tell you is wallet, we have wa, but then we also have the old part, A-L. And so I put that with a red pen, all. So we actually have two of the same times whenever A says ah. Wallet. Wallet. The next one, again, we have two, the W-A and the A-L. So we have a walk. Walk. Then we have an S in front of the W-A. Because W-A doesn't have to come just at the beginning, it can come in the middle. But it will never come at the end. So here I'm going to combine my S with my W. Swa. Then I'm going to combine the ah sound that W-A makes. Swa. But I'm not done, I still have more letters. Swamp. Swamp. What do you hear? Swamp. Ooh, Miss Barnes, don't go in the swamp, it's stinky. All right, the last one we have, it's at the beginning again. We have wa. And then I have a blend at the end called nt. I have to combine those together through singing. Want. Want. I want to go to school. All right, and then we talked about how A can say ah after QU, which says qua. So let's look at those. I'll just take this down. Look over here on this side. If you notice, most of these start with an S before we ever get to the QU part. So again, just like with the SW and swamp, I'm going to have to blend. So I know that S can go with QU and say squa. But I have to add A that says ah, so it's squaw. Squat. squat. Like an animal will have to squat to use the restroom. Hey, now you know how I keep my kids' attention, okay? Again, I have to blend for the next word. Squash. Squash. Squash means to smash something or to make it smaller. Okay, again, you notice a lot of the Q-U-A combinations come with the S first, okay? So that's a really good clue. Oh, I see that little red arc again. That means I have two combinations. I have Q-U-A, and I also have A-L. And ool is the last sound. And if we have A-L and the last sound is ool, and it's lonely, there's no other sounds, I need to double it, so that's what I did when I spelled. Because these rules apply for reading and spelling. Alright, so let's try blending this word. Remember, S has to go with the qua, and we put it together, and then we put that together with the ah and l. Squaw, squall, squall. When I think of squall, I think of somebody crying very loudly. Now the next to last word doesn't have S at the beginning, and neither does the bottom. Yay! Okay. So now I can, instead of wasting all my energy blending, I can just say qua. Quad. Quad. Alright, the next one at the bottom has a little red arc again. He's getting popular. Alright, so we have qua. I remember that by now because I've read all these words. But I also have all. Remember, if ul is lonely at the end, he needs a letter friend. Oh, but he's not lonely, so I only need one L. Yay, Miss Barnes, you remembered the rule. Alright, here we go. Qual. Qualm. Qualm. Qualm is usually when you say, I have no qualms about doing that. That means there's no problems with doing something. Like you guys have no problems, no qualms reading these words for me. But you know, with every rule, there's a few words that don't follow it, okay? So let's look at that. This fine handy dandy paper that was covering up things that we hadn't learned yet, it was holding these words that break rules, and some words that don't break rules, they just don't always go with the rule that we have. For instance, I have AL here. So normally, with that rule that I've learned, I would say Paul. But I know, because I've been reading and writing and spelling a long time, I know that's not right, okay? This doesn't say Paul. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I wrote it correctly because I've been doing this a long time. I didn't make any mistakes today. So I'm looking at all, and I'm noticing that Miss Barnes did not put that extra L on the end. So that L is lonely. And if it's lonely and doesn't have a friend, and I'm not supposed to double it, then that means it must not say all, it must say something else. So I'm going to go back and remember that A usually says ah, okay? So then I'm going to try that instead. I'm going to be flexible and flex this vowel right here. I'm going to say ah. Pal. Pal. I know that word, that means friend. Oh, so sometimes AL can say ow just like I would normally think. Okay, especially when it doesn't have a letter friend after it. Okay. Next, oh, same thing. Gal. Yep. If I had another L after there, then it would say gall, but I don't. I just have one L. So that means it's going to say owl. Oh, and here's owl, a capital A and lowercase l. If it's capital, that means it's a name of something. Owl. I like that. Yeah, it's a name of a person or a dog, a pet of some sort. And see how the L's lonely? If there was another L, it would become a different word. Let's see if you can guess what word that might be. I'm going to write it down real quick. A and then 2 L's. Ooh. I wonder if you guys are going to catch it before I finish. Alright, I fixed it. Oh, look. I doubled the L, so now the A can say ah, just like before. All. All, like all of us are here. I like it. But remember, if the L's lonely, it's just Al. Just like this is just gal. Now I can change these and make them say all by adding that other L because it's lonely. Then it becomes Paul, Gall, all. But without that blue L, we have pal, gal, al. So you gotta be flexible when it comes to AL. But it's not just AL. You also have to be flexible with WA. Miss Barnes, you just told us WA. It says wah, like in wash. And then wallet and walk. Why are you trying to confuse me? I want you to be flexible. You gotta flex your reading muscles, okay? So this first word is something a dog does with his tail. I'm gonna try wah and see if that works. Wog. Wog. That sounds like a nonsense word to me. And I know if I'm reading a book and the word sounds like it's a nonsense word, I probably read it wrong. And most of the time when I read something wrong, it's because I didn't flex my vowel. So I'm going to go back to this A, and I'm going to go back to what I originally thought it might be, which is ah. And I'm going to try that. Remember, it's something a dog does with his tail, and what teachers sometimes do with their fingers. Let's try. Wag. Wag! A dog can wag his tail, and people can wag their fingers at dogs whenever they do something they're not supposed to do. No, puppy, no. Let's try the next one. Walks. It sounds a little bit like she walks, but there's no L sound. And we know that walk has a L in addition to WA. So that's not spelled right. I'm going to try the A sound. Wax. Wax. Like candle wax. If you can see inside there. Alright, so just be flexible with WA, and you really can see when AL is right or not. If it's going to be all or al. But WA, you really can't tell sometimes until you sound it out. And then I have one rule breaker that I can think of. Maybe you guys can think of more and bring it to school and tell me about it. For QU followed by A, it's supposed to say qua. Like in qualm or quad. But here, I'm going to sound that out and see if it works. Quack. Quack. No, I've never heard that word before. I'm going to go back to that A. I'm going to be flexible. Flex my vowel and try to say ah instead. Quack. Quack. That does make sense. Well, Miss Barnes, how come you didn't try making the A say its name, like quake? Because quake is a real word. I'll give you a clue. And I'm going to draw a little dot here. Anytime you see CK at the end of a word, the vowel right in front of it has to say its sound and not its name. So I can't say quake because CK only works with short vowels that say their sounds. So we here have quack, 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 quack. What a duck says, quack, quack. I hope you enjoyed this video about when does A say ah. And I hope now you know and you can remember to ask yourselves these questions and be flexible. That's the most important thing, because sometimes words don't always work the way we learn and we have to be flexible. The most important part of a word to flex is the vowel. All right, I'll see you guys at school. Keep learning.